Hi, my name is Ben Romy, and our group is in charge of the food of North Africa. So, kind of start off, we're going to talk about the different flavors and a lot of the different ingredients that tend to be iconic to North African food. And a little while later in the presentation, you're going to see different examples of the dishes that tend to pop out. So, generally, a lot of times you'll see spices as a main factor to these types of dishes. It might be extra spicy, it might be more on the sweet side. The spices are usually going to be somewhere on the dish. And additionally, you're going to see a lot of oil, olive oil, maybe as like a part of the dressing of the salad, or maybe as part of the dish itself, but that's also going to be somewhere on there. Usually also going to see some type of lemon. Not always, but a lot of times you'll see it additioned or squeezed over in order to add that extra zing of flavor. Continuing on, a lot of the major ingredients that tend to pop up in your more iconic dishes or are like representative of the larger types of food of North Africa are lamb, flatbread, couscous, which is a type of pasta made of grain, or some sort of dried fruits. These all tend to be pretty main ingredients that you seem to be mixed with those different flavors of olive oil, spices, and lemon mixed before. Usually you'll see a lot of that combined. En français, je n'adore pas les épices, mais je mange un peu. Je n'aime pas manger d'agneau, mais j'ai envie de manger d'agneau. Aussi, j'ai envie de manger de couscous. Et tous les aliments du nord africain sont magnifiques, en mon opinion. Merci beaucoup. And this is my references. Thank you very much.
So our topic is North African cuisines. Some basic information is that some of the food is spicy and some of it isn't that spicy. And some common dishes are stews, like charcoal grilled meats, rich sweet pastries, and rice. And you can see some of those examples on the picture to the right. And an interesting fact is that some regions in North Africa prefer different flavors. So some might prefer like more spicy food than others. And then mon opinion, mon avis, j'aime la cuisine africaine. J'aime la cuisine africaine parce j'aime l'aliment épicé. Les mange aussi beaucoup d'aliments similaires. J'aime aussi la façon dont l'aliment est culturellement différent dans différentes régions d'Afrique.
Hi guys, and here's my part. And I'm going to talk about the food in China and the food in North Africa because I'm from China. And first, let's get into the staple food in China and the staple food in North Africa. And l'aliment the best Nord Africain est la couscous, which means like couscous is the staple food of North Africa. It's a traditional Berber dish, and you can make a lot of like variations on couscous. And l'aliment the best chinois est la he et la nouilles, which means like rice and noodles are the staple food of China. So, all right, let's get to the second part. In this part, I'm going to talk about the famous food in North Africa and the famous food in China. And as for the célèbre plat nord africain, I will talk about tajine. And the tajine dish can be made up of like all sorts of ingredients, such as like chicken, beef, fish, and all kinds of things. And as for the famous dish in China, I will talk about like the Connaught leg, which means Peking duck. And the duck skin of Peking duck is generally really crispy, and it's the essence of the whole dish. And finally, I'm gonna talk about like some of my opinion about the comparison between these two kinds of food. And I'm gonna use French to explain it. La cuisine nord-africaine contient plus d'éléments que la cuisine chinoise. La cuisine nord-africaine a plus de sauce. La cuisine nord-africaine a un goût plus riche que la cuisine chinoise. La cuisine chinoise est plus authentique, et la chinoise préfère la cuisine moins de goût, et la chinoise n'aime pas beaucoup de sauce. Yeah. And here's my reference, and that's it. Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to talk about some of the other common foods in North Africa and also Bangladesh, because that's where my parents are from. So some popular or some common foods in North Africa include la salade, which is salad, and usually they put nuts, peppers, onions there, and then also lano, which is lamb, and usually they eat with rice or bread. It's kind of like that in Bangladesh, where we'll usually eat stuff with rice and bread. So we have biryani, which is pretty common in Bangladesh, and also le poisson du frit, which is fried fish. We eat that with rice or bread. It just depends on the person's preference. Some popular dishes in North Africa include harira, which is a form of soup. It's a little bit spicy, and there's chicken and corn in that, and then michoy, which is roasted lamb leg. And those are something you can eat with typically bread. And Bangladesh, it's the same thing. With us, we have halim, which is a form of soup. It's a little bit spicier than harira, but it's quite popular. And then probably the most, if not one of the most, is curry. It doesn't matter if it's chicken or fish curry. It's pretty popular. En français, je pense que c'est très similaire l'Afrique du Nord et Bangladesh parce elle mange plus de riz et du pain. Il y a beaucoup des épicés, par exemple comme halim et harira. Et aussi, il y a beaucoup de la viande, le poulet du curry et le michoy, et aussi la soupe est populaire. And those are my references. Thank you for listening.